what their story is. You have this thing called a life story book.
Yeah.
So they give you basically everything, all the reports, why they were removed, all those bits and bobs, and they tell you everything that went on, even the really horrible things. And you're supposed to tell your child, because what you don't want is, like you said, a sort of anticlimactic meet, but you don't want some drunk uncle at a party, you know, spilling it out. You know, so you don't want them to be shocked. And also, it's a matter of trust, because if you don't tell them what went on, they will find out eventually, and then they won't believe maybe the reason why they were removed in the first place. You see what I mean? So it's a trust thing. So it can be quite scary, because it's a lot of information for a small child to have, but it's important, because if you don't give them the information, then they create their own story, their own fairy tale. It's like when parents get divorced. Your dad's left, but your mum doesn't say why. Then you start creating in your mind reasons why he might have left. So it's important in any context where a grandparent or a birth parent or any family member is no longer in that child's life, to be really honest on a age appropriate level, but to be honest with that child.
Mm-hmm. When do you think that introduction would be in terms of talking to?
Straight away.
Oh.
So, for instance, you know, if you had a child whose birth parent had mental health problems, you might not say that straight away. You might say that they were really sad.
Okay.
When they're 3, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I get it, just like when you tell a child that the parents died, you'll be like, oh, they're not with us, they've gone away for so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're 15, that's not the same conversation you're going to have. So as they get older, you're telling them the same story, just the way you're telling that story evolves and gets more detailed, until you get to a point when they're 18 or whenever it is, where you can just sit down and say, listen, this is what happened.